Hello everyone, it's me reobebo here, and today I'll be talking about my most anticipated games of E3 2013. Now, E3 2013 in my opinion was both really awesome, yet at the same time, just a bit underwhelming in my opinion. While I was kind of disappointed in the fact that there weren't that many exclusive titles being shown by both, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, as well as the Xbox One being a pretty crappy console. But like other than that, like there were a lot of great third-party titles being shown this E3, and I'm really excited for a lot of these titles. And with that out of the way, here is my list. But before we begin, I just gotta say one note that this list is in complete random order. So with that out of the way, please enjoy the video. Now, one of the games that really caught my eye during the E3 conference was Final Fantasy 15, or also known as Final Fantasy Versus 13, and this game just looks absolutely amazing. Like, to be honest, I was really disappointed with almost every single Final Fantasy game I've played since Final Fantasy X. I mean, I know they're fans of both 12 and 13, but they really just didn't do it for me. But Final Fantasy 15 looks really awesome. The difference with Final Fantasy 15 compared to the other recent entries is the fact that they have the directors this time is Tetsuya Nomura, who did Kingdom Hearts as well as The World Ends With You, and both of these games are just great. So I have a much more confidence that this game will be a ton of fun as compared to the other Final Fantasy recent Final Fantasy games beforehand. But I heard the gameplay has like multiple ways of completing an objective, different ways to battle. The game just looks action-packed. Just seeing all these set pieces absolutely looks amazing. Like, you never really expect that in a Final Fantasy game, like, unless it's in a cutscene, but like, you never expect this to be in the gameplay. But the game looks beautiful as well. The graphics are super crisp, super smooth. I hope this is well worth the wait, since I believe this game was announced since 2006. But like, just the way it looks, I'm super excited about it. I really have high hopes for this game, and I actually do think it will succeed in bringing back the good old Final Fantasy name. I mean, it won't be like the older Final Fantasies, but I think it will bring back that quality that people expect from the Final Fantasy series. But right after, one story that really caught me even more by surprise in the announcement of Final Fantasy 15 was actually Kingdom Hearts 3, which is shown just right after. And oh my god, like, even though they showed just a little bit of the game footage, it looks fantastic. It definitely looks like a huge step up from the other two games. And it should be, considering the fact that we almost missed a whole console generation just to have a Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, again, a game that's been long awaited. I really do think it'll live up to the hype. This game just looks fantastic. From the little gameplay they showed though, but like, it just looks great. I'm really excited. I'm just happy for the fact they at least announced the game, so I'm super excited for this game. Definitely one of my most anticipated games from E3. Since we're talking about JRPGs, I just gotta say this E3 has been really great towards JRPGs. They had not only one big JRPG, not two big JRPGs, but another big JRPG that I'm really excited for that's coming out, and that is Monolith Soft's new game. It's not named yet, but from the trailer it just says X, so we'll just call it X. But that game just looks fantastic. It looks like Xenoblade on steroids, which is exactly what a sequel should be. You can now ride mechs. I heard the world is seamless. The trailer in this game is just fantastic. I suggest you check it out. The background music in that trailer is fantastic as well. I really do hope that's in the game's soundtrack, which, knowing Xenoblade, like, it'll just be just as good. The soundtrack for Xenoblade was fantastic, and I'm expecting this game to have just a fantastic soundtrack as well. But it does look really awesome, really epic. I'm really excited for this game. I honestly might consider getting a Wii U just by how awesome this game looks. Definitely one of my most anticipated games of E3. With all this JRPG love, there has to be at least one great Western RPG that came out, and there is, and that game is The Witcher 3. The Witcher 2 was just one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Definitely on my top 5 list. It was just a fantastic game all around, and The Witcher 3 looks like it's doing just that, except the fact that it's all open world instead of sort of these constrained areas in the second game. And if they really complete their goal of a huge open world along with like a cohesive storyline, then this will be an RPG for the ages. Just the gameplay footage looks fantastic. The art style in this game is great. The world looks beautiful. It has that Witcher dark style that I really liked from both the first and second Witcher games. This game really looks like it's hitting all the right marks, and I really do think they could live up to this ambition. And if they do, this will probably be my favorite RPG of all time. If it actually works out like completely the way it should be, I can't think of a reason why it would not be my favorite RPG. Definitely my top 3 most anticipated games of E3. Now, moving away from the RPG genre, one game that I'm really excited about is actually Metal Gear Solid 5, and Metal Gear Solid 5 just, even though it's been announced before, still gives me that same amount of excitement. Just the game is just going great. Just seeing the more footage we see of the game, the better it looks, in my opinion. The game's just looking great at the moment, especially with the day and night cycle, fully like an open world map. It's really different from the usual linear Metal Gear Solid. And I heard there's even like less cutscenes as the previous Metal Gear Solid games, which is a little bit disappointing in my opinion, because it was one of the charms of the other games. But at the same time, it'll probably help out with the game's pacing as well. And definitely, just this game's going along just fine. Definitely on my top 3 most anticipated games. I'm a huge fan of the Metal Gear Solid series, and I really think number 5 will be a great entry into the series. Well, I gotta say, even though the exclusive titles by all the console manufacturers didn't really blow my mind, there were a few games I was really excited for, especially from Nintendo. Even though Nintendo didn't really do a press conference, they did show a Nintendo Direct during E3. And one of those games I was really excited about is Super Smash Bros. Wii U. Well, we don't know the exact title yet, but we're just gonna call it Super Smash Bros. Wii U. But this game just looks great. It's not that much different from the other Super Smash Bros. Games, but that's not a bad thing whatsoever. The game just looks going along great. It's developed by Namco, unlike I believe HAL Laboratory, who did the previous few games. But this game just looks almost the exact same as the rest, which is a good thing in my opinion. Don't fix what is broken, and the Super Smash Bros. Formula just works just fine. If they just fix online as compared to the last game, I think this game will be just great. Really, I have nothing much to expect from this game, except just the online fixing. I feel the Super Smash Bros. Series has just really grown since its first started on the N64, and it's just going along great. I don't think there's not much that needs to be fixed with the series, other than online. And I'm also very excited by the fact that they have Mega Man as one of the new characters. And the Villager, even though it's not my top list of characters I want, it's still a cool choice in my opinion. But overall, this game's looking just fine. Definitely, if I do get Wii U, this would probably be one of the games I would get. Now, the next exclusive that I want from Nintendo is actually Pokemon X and Y, and the reason is because I've been sort of off Pokemon for a while. I think since Diamond and Pearl. The reason why is just because Pokemon became really redundant for me, and I just got really bored with the series, and I decided to take a break with it. And I haven't really played a Pokemon game since then. But Pokemon X and Y just might be the game that might bring me back to the series. And really, the reason is just pretty simple. It's just the graphics change into a 3D. And I know usually graphics shouldn't mean much into a game, but every single Pokemon fan that I've ever met always wanted a complete 3D Pokemon, and the closest thing we ever really got was just Pokemon Coliseum, which again doesn't compare to the scope that's presented in the portable games. And when I first saw the screenshots of the game, I wasn't really that impressed with the look of the game. It looked really blocky, but when you see it in action, it actually looks just fine. So I'm really excited for this game. I'm hoping this game will bring me back into the Pokemon series. And I just hope I have a great time with this game. Now, the last game I want to talk about is Star Wars Battlefront. And I'll tell you, Star Wars Battlefront is not the greatest game ever for me, but it was just a game that I would play countless hours of as a kid. This game just wasted so much time for me. It was just fun time. I always had fun playing this game. This game sort of felt like the Grand Theft Auto of Star Wars for me. And I'm just really excited that this series is actually coming back. Even though they didn't show any gameplay footage and it was really just a trailer, I'm just so excited that just this news has just come up because there have been rumors of a new game being developed and then stopped, and then new rumors and then just stopped. And it's just great to hear that we have some news that this game is for sure being made, and it's being developed by DICE, which is, I couldn't even think of a better company to do this game. The only problem I really have is just the fact that it's being published by EA, but I know that'll bring a lot of big issues, but other than that, I'm just so happy that a game like this is coming out. It really was just one of the games that sort of defined my childhood. I know it defined a lot of people's childhoods. That's why people are so excited for the third game. The trailer looks awesome with showing Hoth with the AT-ATs just walking and the snow spears just falling down. I just really can't wait to experience that in are in the next generation, it'll just look fantastic. And man, I'm just real excited to play this game online. It'll just be a ton of fun. I'm really expecting to have a great time with this game. And you know, this was the best surprise of E3 in my opinion. I just want to say thank you guys for watching my video. It really does mean a lot to me. And please tell me, what were your most anticipated games of E3? I'd really love to know. And thank you guys for watching. I'm reobebo, guys, and peace out.